Alright, so this is a video introduction of my project restoring this Specialized Crossroads. This one that I got locally from Facebook Marketplace, and the bike is in kind of rough shape, but everything works, so I'm assuming it probably just needs a good re-oiling of some components and a removal of some rusts and brand new cables, and this bike should be good to go. And what's interesting about the group set on this one is the Altus C10 with the shifter. The shifter is really interesting. So this is like Altus setup, entry-level setup if you ask me, and cantilever brakes for larger tires and easy removal of the larger tires. The tire seems to be in good shape, however there are some cracks over here, so we're probably going to be looking at getting new tubes and new tires for this one. Doesn't look like it's ever being replaced, and I'm assuming this bike is going to be in the 1990s to before 2000 because of the 1-inch nutted stem over here. And but I mean, with restoration, those old bikes actually is gonna work pretty nice. What I find interesting is this really cool looking Shimano shifter, and it works by, so those two up and down are actually fixed over here, so you work by just pushing this down or lowering that, and you can also work like this, so it works like a dual release, which is pretty cool. So this is like the dual release back in the days. Kind of cool. The indicator is very vintage looking, like a clock. Very cool. On the other side is the standard 3-speed shifter over here. Okay, so for the triple front crankset. The brakes also Altus C10 setup. So this is the Altus C10 group set, and the bike is fairly modern, quick release throughout, including the adjustment for the seat. And this is of course using the chromoly design from Specialized direct drive, and Tangy steel. This is made in Taiwan. Okay, so I'm gonna be assuming this is probably a 1990s production of the Crossroads lineup. And there are some weird stickers, like this one had a sandy sticker on top. I don't know why the previous owner did it, but we're gonna try to fix it. And also some paint loss. So yeah, first step is definitely gonna be a thorough cleaning of this bike, and maybe re-greasing or re-oiling of the chains and the cranks. Seems to be in pretty good shape, minimal wear. Okay, so it should still work. It should be still reusable. I think all of those components, and minimal wear on the pulley as well. So definitely not being ridden a lot. All right, so I'm hopeful that with a little extra work, this bike should be in very rideable shape and very nice to ride and have fun locally on the path or on the gravel. All right, so stay tuned, and we'll start with the restoration process by cleaning this bike first. All right, so we're finishing today's restoration in the house. Basically, this bike doesn't require much to bring back into fully rideable condition. Initially, I thought the bike doesn't need anything, but I was wrong. After I showed you guys the Altus C10 shifter, it actually stopped working. So I could probably restore the shifter of the camera and sell it some other time, but I'm getting a brand new Shimano Acera shifter for it, and those new ones works a lot better than the old designed Altus C10, which I still have as parts over here. You see I have a lot of vintage parts. So this is a C10. I need to restore that some other time, but we're gonna be just putting a brand new shifter on there. This is the 8-speed shifter. The bike is a 7-gear. However, those old Shimano SIS up until 9-speed, it's fully compatible. So all you have to do is just get a 7, 8, or 9-speed SIS shifter and put it on there. And the Shimano SIS 7-speed derailleur will faithfully do the job for you. So yes, you can have an 8-speed Shimano shifter on a 7-speed rear derailleur. And oh, there's Shorty. Not sure if he's interested in fixing the bike for me or not. But as I said, all I'm gonna be doing is put on the new shifter and remove the old shifter, and I'm gonna also change the brake handlebar grips. There's a new grip that I got. Here's Sesame. So right here, this is a $6.99 Amazon locking grip, and I think it's gonna work a lot better than those deteriorated foam grips, which is also damaged right here. Okay. Oops. Anyway, so we're gonna just open this up after I finish with replacing the cables, and I'll give you guys a full overview with the restoration. So what you can see here is I actually cleaned up the tubing. Right now, it even got a little more shine on the tubes. Before it was like really dull, and there were some like really weird tapes over here. I used Glue Gun and did some elbow grease, and they were removed. And now the bike actually works looks pretty good. Those surface rust, I wouldn't mind too much because those are surface rusts. And if you look at the gearing, everything is actually in excellent condition. It was just left in the shed and had a lot of dust collecting on it. Including the brakes. Those cantilever brakes, the Altus C10 actually works very nicely. Does stop the bike fairly quickly, almost as good as a rim brake, but I wouldn't say they're as good, efficient as a V brake. So if you have any chance and you only ride one bicycle with cantilever brakes, my suggestion is replace those with V brakes. They are name brand V brakes. They actually stop quite a lot better, almost as good as disc brakes in dry conditions. Okay, so that's my suggestion. But this bike needs minimal amount of work. All I need to do is replacing the old shifter. It should be ready to ride. And once I finish, we'll go outside and do a test ride. I'll give you guys a final impression on what I think about this bike that I just restored. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next section after I finish replacing the shifter cable. So this is what the locking grip looks like, and I think it actually looks pretty nice and modern for $6. Also comes with two plugs for the bar end. And what's this? And it even comes with tools. How nice is that? Okay. This is the old parts that I took out for the Altus C10, where originally I thought it was pretty cute, but it's actually overly complicated piece of equipment that I need to restore. And over here I already have the brand new shifter on there. Comes with a nice indicator as well. Doesn't really match up with the SRAM X3, but I don't think that's big of a deal for this kind of vintage bikes. And the shifter looks a lot better. Actually, this is kind of like a lower end model for nowadays, but it still looks very nice compared to the old models. Okay. So all I have left to do is actually just get the cable housing sized for the shifter rear derailleur and do a tune-up and put on new grips. We are pretty much ready to go do a test ride on this bike. All right, so as promised, I'm here outside at my favorite local park. Just pedaled over here, and I would say the restoration project for the Specialized Crossroads from 1993 is a great success. And so as I mentioned earlier in the video, the bike does look like it's in rough shape when I first got it, with like dual paint, and originally I thought the gear all shifts perfect, but it turns out the Altus C10 rear shifter that I had to replace because it was not shifting properly. I tried to restore the rear shifter, however I think I damaged it along the way, so I got a brand new Acera shifter for it, and this is the 8-speed, so it's kind of like a small upgrade, but we're not using all the 8 speeds. We're only using 7-speed, and because all Shimano before 9-speed is SIS, so you can use a 9-speed shifter even for a 7-speed rear derailleur. And this bike, despite you know, it being not looking the best it is when I first got it. Now it is beautiful and it rides fantastic. No weird noises. The caliper, or not caliper, the cantilever brakes on this one actually works pretty good. It's one of the better ones that I've test rode. And I rode a lot of vintage bikes with cantilever brakes. They are just not good. But this one, the Altus C10, it actually works pretty good at stopping you, okay? And this is not a light bike. This bike is probably around 26, 27 pounds with all the chromoly parts installed, and of course a quill stem right here. And the color scheme, this one not as common because a lot of other ones are more flashy color. This one is kind of low-key purple color, a dual tone transition. But regardless, it is a beautiful vintage bike with chromoly frame, okay? And a 3x7 triple 21 speed shifting group set. And you know, 3x7 in 1993 is kind of considered a high-end or kind of like a full range hybrid bike setup. This one is absolutely ready to tackle any kind of gravel road that you're gonna throw on it. So if you don't want to spend $2,000 on a dedicated carbon, you know, full hydraulic gravel bike, spending a little more than $100 or $200 on a vintage hybrid bike and convert it into a gravel setup, I think is a much better and more fun way to ride gravel. And that's just my opinion, but I think I've succeeded at upgrading this, or you know, a small upgrade, but fully restoring this to enjoyable riding condition. So when I sell it, someone who gets it is gonna have a lot of fun riding this bike, okay? And you know, in the end, just give you guys a full walkthrough. And if you want to make it more aggressive, you can by using a more streamlined flat bar instead of a you know, comfortable flat bar right here. Or you can, you know, raise this up or lower it and get a shorter or longer stem. It's all possible. But I think what's also cool about this 1993 Crossroads is this kind of integrated cable for the front shifter, okay, or for the front brake. And it's like super smooth. This brake works like fantastic. And this would be, I think, the early example of internal cabling, because you literally just drill the hole on the stem and pass the wire at the bottom. Something interesting on this bike, okay? Otherwise, it's got the little chain nip over here, so when you remove the tires, you could rest your chain over there so the chain doesn't dangling around, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. A little rust on the what's it called, on the spokes, but the wheels actually turns pretty nicely, and there's no weird noise, so I don't think I need to re-grease the hubs. It rides perfectly fine as is. And again, this beautiful all-metal Shimano Altus C10 setup, okay? I really have a lot of respect for those vintage SIS shifters. They're just built to last, and I haven't seen any of those shifters break. A lot of times it's the old shifter that break, but the derailleur never breaks. And the shifter is very easy to replace. This one costs, I think, $11 for a Altus. It's neither Altus or Acera 8-speed shifter, so very affordable to repair and replace. The cable itself is probably like $3-4 to replace, so again, very affordable to get a vintage bike back into riding condition. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions about this 1993 Specialized Crossroads hybrid / modern gravel you know, bike, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel, because I will continuously have more bicycle restoration videos coming out for you guys as I, you know, buy and restore and sell those vintage bikes to have more people enjoy cycling. All right, so thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.